Embracing the Journey of Aging. Aging, it's a word that stirs up a mix of emotions. Some see it as a slow decline, a closing chapter. But what if I told you that aging is not the end of the story, but a powerful transformation? What if these later years were meant to be the most profound and fulfilling of your life? Think about it. As the years pass, we gain not just wrinkles, but wisdom. We gather not just memories, but a deeper understanding of life's meaning. The Bible tells us, even to your old age and gray hairs, I am He. I am He who will sustain you. I have made you, and I will carry you. Isaiah 46, verse 4. These words remind us that aging is not about loss. It's about leaning into a strength greater than our own. In today's video, we'll uncover the extraordinary potential of your golden years. Through real-life stories of resilience, creativity, and faith, we'll explore how to embrace aging with purpose and dignity. Whether you're facing challenges or just seeking inspiration, this is your invitation to rediscover the beauty of growing older. So, take a deep breath. This isn't about what you can no longer do. It's about everything you still can. Stay with us, because what comes next might just change the way you see your life's journey. Let's begin. The importance of staying independent with God's strength. Independence. It's a word that carries weight at every stage of life. As we age, the thought of losing autonomy can feel daunting, even overwhelming. But independence doesn't have to fade with time. It can evolve, taking on new forms rooted in faith, determination, and creativity. Take Grandpa Joe, for example. At 85, his family urged him to move into a nursing home as his health began to decline. But Joe knew something they didn't. His spirit wasn't ready to give up the life he had built. With a little help from family and a part-time caregiver, Joe continued to enjoy the small but meaningful routines that brought him joy. Morning walks, visits to the local coffee shop, and afternoons with a good book. Joe's story teaches us that independence isn't just about doing everything on your own. It's about holding on to the pieces of life that make you feel alive, adapting when necessary, and leaning on others when needed. As the Bible reminds us, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Philippians 4:13. Strength doesn't always come from within. It often comes from above. Maintaining independence isn't about pride. It's about purpose. By staying rooted in faith, you can adapt to challenges without losing your identity. Here are some practical ways to safeguard your independence as you age. 1. Seek God's guidance. Pray for wisdom in making decisions about your care. Trust that God will provide the resources and people you need. 2. Build a support network. Independence doesn't mean isolation. Surround yourself with family, friends, or neighbors who can step in when help is needed. 3. Embrace small adaptations. Consider home modifications, assistive devices, or services that make daily tasks easier. Even small changes can make a big difference in maintaining your autonomy. 4. Stay active. Physical activity, tailored to your abilities, is key to keeping your body and mind strong. Remember, do you not know that your bodies are temples of the Holy Spirit? 1 Corinthians 6, verse 19. Caring for your health honors God. Joe's story reminds us that independence is a state of mind as much as it is a state of being. By leaning on God and the support of loved ones, you can continue to live life on your terms, even when challenges arise. The world may suggest that aging means giving up control, but faith shows us otherwise. God's strength is your strength, and with His guidance, you can face each day with dignity and resilience. Whether it's through the comfort of familiar routines, the love of a supportive community, or the quiet assurance that comes from prayer, independence remains within reach at any age. The power of community in retirement. Retirement isn't just about stepping away from work. It's about stepping into a new chapter of life, filled with opportunities to connect, contribute, and thrive. In this phase, one of the greatest blessings you can embrace is the power of community. Take the story of Mrs. Hargrove, a retired teacher in her 70s. After decades of shaping young minds, she found herself at a crossroads. Her family suggested a nursing home, but Mrs. Lust Hargrove had a different vision for her golden years. Instead of retreating into solitude, she chose to move to a vibrant community of retirees, a decision that changed her life. At first, her family was skeptical. They worried she was leaving the comfort of her home for the unknown. But within months, Mrs. Hargrove discovered something remarkable, a sense of purpose she hadn't felt in years. She began teaching knitting classes, sharing a skill she had loved but never had time to pursue during her career. Her days became filled with laughter, learning, and the joy of meaningful relationships. This transformation highlights a profound truth. We are created for connection. The Bible says, "Two are better than one because they have a good return for their labor." Ecclesiastes 4:9. In community, we find support, encouragement, and the strength to face life's challenges together. Here's how you can harness the power of community in your retirement years. 1. Find your tribe. Seek out groups that align with your interests and values. This could be a faith-based community, a hobby group, or a local organization dedicated to serving others. 2. Share your gifts. Like Mrs. Hargrove, you have unique talents and experiences to offer. Teaching, mentoring, or volunteering can bring purpose and joy to your life while blessing those around you. 3. Stay open to new connections. Building relationships doesn't have to stop as we age. In fact, forming new bonds can add vibrancy and meaning to your life. 4. Nurture existing relationships. Retirement offers more time to deepen connections with family and old friends. Make regular efforts to connect and support each other. Community doesn't just enrich your life, it anchors you in love, faith, and shared purpose. As Proverbs 27:17 reminds us, as iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. In community, we grow together, inspire one another, and find strength in the bonds we build. Mrs. Hargrove's story shows that community isn't just about finding people to spend time with. It's about creating a space where you can continue to grow, contribute, and thrive. Retirement is not a time to fade into the background. It's a time to step forward into the fullness of life God intends for you, surrounded by people who lift you up and celebrate the journey together. So don't hesitate to seek out your community. It could be the key to living your retirement years with joy, purpose, and faith. Age as a gateway to adventure. Who says adventure ends with age? Society often paints aging as a time to slow down, but for many, it's the beginning of a new and exciting chapter. Age is not a barrier. It's a gateway to experiences you've always dreamed of, but never had the time or freedom to pursue. Consider the story of Mr. Thompson, a 92-year-old who refused to let the number of candles on his birthday cake define his life. While many in their 90s might settle into a quieter lifestyle, Mr. Thompson decided to embrace adventure. With his daughter as his travel companion, he explored the world. From wandering the streets of Paris to hiking the Italian countryside and marveling at the ruins of ancient Greece, Mr. Thompson's adventures were not luxurious tours, but authentic, immersive experiences. What made his story remarkable was his choice to travel simply. Instead of extravagant cruises or guided tours, he stayed in small local accommodations, savored the culture, and lived like a true wanderer. These were not bucket list trips to check off milestones. They were moments of genuine discovery, freedom, and joy. Through these adventures, he showed that it's never too late to live life fully. Mr. Thompson's story is a powerful reminder of the biblical truth found in Psalm 90:12. Teach us to number our days, that we may gain a heart of wisdom. Aging invites us to value each day as a gift and embrace the opportunities it brings with courage and gratitude. If you're inspired by Mr. Thompson's journey, here are some ways to turn your later years into a season of adventure. 1. Revisit old dreams. What have you always wanted to do but never found the time for? Whether it's travel, learning a new skill, or taking up a hobby, now is the time to make it happen. 2. Start small. Adventure doesn't have to mean crossing oceans. It can be as simple as exploring your local area, trying new activities, or meeting new people. 3. Involve loved ones. Like Mr. Thompson, you might find adventure even more meaningful when shared with family or friends. Their presence can enrich the experience. 4. Step out of your comfort zone. True adventure begins where comfort ends. Try something unfamiliar, embrace the unknown, and trust in God's guidance. As Isaiah 41:10 assures us, "Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you." Adventure is not reserved for the young. It's a mindset that anyone can adopt. Mr. Thompson shows us that age is just a number, and the world is waiting to be explored. no matter how many years you've lived. With faith, curiosity, and courage, your golden years can become a time of extraordinary new beginnings. So what adventure awaits you? Step forward boldly and let this chapter of life be your most thrilling yet. Embracing technology for connection and independence. Technology often feels like the realm of the young, but it has the power to transform lives of people at any age. For seniors, embracing technology can open doors to independence, connection, and an enhanced quality of life. It's a tool not just for convenience, but for empowerment. Take Grandma Ruth, for example. At 82, she found herself struggling with daily tasks and limited mobility. Moving to a nursing home seemed inevitable, but Grandma Ruth had a different idea. With encouragement and help from her grandchildren, she decided to embrace technology, and it changed her life. She started with the basics, learning to use a smartphone to stay in touch with her family. Soon, she expanded her tech skills, mastering video calls, managing her appointments with health apps, and even setting up a smart home system. With voice commands, she could adjust her lights, lock her doors, and control the thermostat. This newfound independence allowed her to live comfortably and safely in her own home. But perhaps the most remarkable part of Grandma Ruth's story was how technology reconnected her with her loved ones. Through video chats, she stayed involved in family gatherings, watched her great-grandchildren grow up, and even joined in virtual game nights. Technology didn't just help her maintain her independence. It kept her at the heart of her family. Grandma Ruth's story reflects the wisdom of Proverbs 19:20. Listen to advice and accept instruction, that you may gain wisdom in the future. By being open to learning something new, she not only adapted to her circumstances, but thrived in them. Here's how you too can embrace technology to enhance your independence and connection. 1. Start small. Begin with devices and apps designed to be user-friendly, such as smartphones or tablets. Your family or local tech groups can offer guidance. 2. Use technology to stay connected. Video calls, messaging apps, and social media are great ways to stay in touch with friends and family, no matter where they are. 3. Explore smart home devices. Tools like voice-activated assistants, security cameras, and health monitors can simplify daily tasks and enhance safety. 4. Take advantage of online services. From grocery delivery to telehealth appointments, technology can make errands and healthcare more accessible without leaving home. 5. Learn continuously. Many communities and libraries offer free tech classes for seniors. It's never too late to gain new skills. Embracing technology doesn't mean letting go of tradition or values. It means using modern tools to uphold them. Grandma Ruth didn't sacrifice her independence. She fortified it. She didn't lose touch with her family. She strengthened those connections in ways she never imagined possible. As Psalm 92:14 reminds us, they will still bear fruit in old age. They will stay fresh and green. Technology is one of the many ways to stay vibrant, active, and connected as you age. Like Grandma Ruth, you too can harness its power to live independently and joyfully on your own terms. The future isn't something to fear. It's a gift to embrace. Simplifying without losing joy. As we age, the things that once felt essential, big houses, packed schedules, or sprawling gardens, can start to feel overwhelming. But simplifying doesn't mean giving up joy. In fact, it often opens the door to greater peace and fulfillment. The secret is learning to adapt, letting go of what no longer serves you while holding tight to the things that truly matter. Take the story of Mr. Clark. At 79, his sprawling garden was his pride and joy, a labor of love that brought him happiness and purpose. But over the years, tending to it became more of a physical challenge than a pleasure. His family worried that he would have to give it up entirely, but Mr. Clark saw another path. Instead of abandoning his passion, he chose to downsize. He transformed his large garden into a smaller, more manageable space filled with the plants he loved most. He focused on low-maintenance varieties and simplified his gardening routine, finding joy in the peace and beauty of his new scaled-down sanctuary. To his family's surprise, this smaller garden brought him just as much happiness as the original, proving that joy isn't about size or quantity, it's about connection and meaning. Mr. Clark's story brings to mind 1 Timothy 6:6, but godliness with contentment is great gain. Simplifying isn't about loss. It's about recognizing what's truly valuable and making space for it in your life. Here are some practical ways to embrace simplicity without losing joy. 1. Focus on what matters most. Identify the activities, possessions, and relationships that bring you the greatest joy and prioritize them. Let go of what no longer serves you. 2. Downsize without sacrifice. Like Mr. Clark, consider ways to scale down your responsibilities while keeping the essence of what you love. This could mean moving to a smaller home, simplifying a hobby, or rethinking your daily routine. 3. Find joy in the little things. Simplifying can help you appreciate the beauty in life's small moments. A quiet cup of tea, a walk in nature, or the laughter of loved ones. 4. Embrace spiritual simplicity. Focus on nurturing your relationship with God. As Matthew 6:33 reminds us, seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. Trust that when you prioritize your spiritual life, everything else will fall into place. 5. Stay open to change. Simplifying often requires adjusting your expectations and routines. Approach these changes with a spirit of gratitude and curiosity. Mr. Clark's journey teaches us that simplifying isn't about giving up on life. It's about adapting to it in ways that bring peace and purpose. A simpler life can still be a joyful and fulfilling one, filled with the things that matter most. As you consider simplifying your own life, remember the words of Psalm 23:1. The Lord is my shepherd, I lack nothing. In God's care, you can find contentment, joy, and the freedom to thrive in every season of life. Simplify boldly and discover just how rich and rewarding life can be. Preserving family legacy and faith. Aging isn't just about living out your own story. It's about passing down a legacy of love, faith, and values to the next generation. As the years unfold, preserving your family's legacy becomes a meaningful way to connect your life's journey with those who follow. Take Mildred, an 84-year-old who chose to remain in her family home of over 50 years. Her children urged her to move into a nursing home, but Mildred couldn't imagine leaving the place where her life had unfolded, where she raised her children, hosted countless family celebrations, and built a lifetime of memories. Instead of saying goodbye to her beloved home, she found ways to adapt, relying on family visits and light assistance to maintain her independence. For Mildred, her home wasn't just a physical space, it was a symbol of her family's faith, history, and love. By staying, she preserved the stories and values that shaped her family, reminding them of their shared roots. The Bible tells us, the memory of the righteous is a blessing, Proverbs 10:7. Preserving a family legacy is about honoring the past while inspiring the future. You can do this by sharing stories, maintaining traditions, or passing down lessons of faith and resilience. Whether you stay in the family home or simply nurture close bonds, your legacy lives on in the hearts of your loved ones. In this way, your later years can become a time of deep spiritual connection and lasting impact. Thank you for joining us on this journey of embracing the beauty of aging. Remember, growing older isn't about giving up, it's about gaining wisdom, purpose, and faith. Which of today's stories inspired you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on more inspiring content. And as Proverbs 16:31 reminds us, gray hair is a crown of splendor. It is attained in the way of righteousness. Until next time, stay blessed and keep living fully.